Focus on yourself and stay silent in 2026. Stoic wisdom for building your inner fortress. This year will quietly break a lot of people, not from weakness, but from endless talking, explaining, and complaining. Energy is poured into every drama except their own. If you enter 2026 with the same noise, the same distractions, the same hunger for attention, you'll join the tired and unfocused majority, nursing a quiet resentment. But if you stay here, I will show you the silent habits used by the few to shield their minds, protect their peace, and advance while the world merely watches. This is not for everyone. It is for those ready to quit performing and start rebuilding in silence. The ancient Stoics knew chaos. Marcus Aurelius held up an empire. Epictetus was born into slavery. Their anchor was the same. You cannot control the world, but you can always control your mind. Your inner fortress starts there. If you're ready to build yours, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's begin. Number 1. Guard your speech. We are taught that being heard is power, but true power often lies in saying nothing. Seneca put it plainly, be silent for the most part, and speak only when you must, and then briefly. Every unnecessary word is a leak in your energy. Complaints hand your power away. Explanations invite debate. Gossip stains your integrity. Start with a simple rule. Speak only when it is true, kind, and necessary. Try it for a week. You will feel the urge to comment, to correct, to share your piece. Resist it. This silence is not about being rude or withdrawn. It is about being selective. It is about conserving your mental and emotional resources for what truly matters, your own actions and peace. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself in his private writings, you don't have to turn this into anything. It doesn't have to upset you. Events are neutral. It is our internal and external chatter that creates the storm. By reducing the words you send out into the world, you automatically calm the noise within. You begin to see reality more clearly without the filter of your own constant commentary. This practice lays the foundation of your fortress. Each time you choose silence over unnecessary speech, you place a brick in your wall. You become less swayed by the opinions of others and more rooted in your own purpose. The validation you once sought from outside will start to come from within, from the quiet dignity of your own disciplined actions. Make this your daily drill. Number 2. Embrace voluntary discomfort. Comfort is a trap. It promises safety, but breathes softness. The Stoics deliberately sought mild hardship to remember their own strength. Seneca would wear simple clothes and sleep on a hard bed. He advised, set aside days where you are content with the cheapest fare, the coarsest dress, saying to yourself, is this what I feared? Your modern practice is straightforward. Once a week, choose a harmless discomfort. Take a cold shower, skip a snack, walk instead of driving. The point is not to punish yourself. It is to prove, in a small way, that you are not a slave to ease. You are building a core of resilience that life's inevitable larger hardships cannot crack. When you voluntarily face discomfort, you disarm fear. You learn that you can handle more than you imagined. This habit directly strengthens your inner defenses. When real challenges come in 2026, and they will, you will not be shattered. You will meet them with a steadiness that comes from training. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, lived a surprisingly simple life. He wrote, adapt yourself to the things among which your lot has been cast. This is not passive resignation. It is the active choice to engage with reality, including its rough edges. By voluntarily embracing small hardships, you align yourself with the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Start today. Pick one small discomfort and face it. Feel the resistance, then move through it. Each time you reinforce a crucial truth, you command your responses. This is how fortitude is forged. This is just the beginning of building your inner fortress. If you're finding value in these steps, please take a moment to like this video and share it with someone on a similar path. It helps more people discover this practical wisdom. Number 3, practice negative visualization. We spend most of our time hoping for the best. The Stoics advised we also consider the worst. This is not pessimism, it is preparedness. Seneca called it premeditation of evils. Briefly, each morning, imagine what could go wrong in your day: a project failing, a conversation turning sour, a plan disrupted. Then mentally rehearse facing it with calm and resourcefulness. This exercise does not attract bad luck, it drains future events of their power to shock you. By facing potential losses in your mind, you realize you can survive them. Your peace is no longer held hostage by everything going perfectly. You become anti-fragile. Marcus Aurelius constantly reflected on impermanence. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This stark reminder is not morbid, it is a tool for focus. When you consciously remember that time and possessions are fleeting, you stop clinging to trivialities. You invest your energy only in what is essential and within your control. Incorporate this into your evening ritual. Reflect on the day and ask, what did I treat as permanent that was not? What fear did I give too much weight to? This quiet examination strengthens your perspective. It ensures that when life does not go as planned, which it often won't, you are not derailed. You have already visited that possibility in your mind and are ready to respond, not just react. Number 4, define your inner citadel. Your mind needs a headquarters, a place of retreat that no external event can breach. The Stoics called it the inner citadel. It is the core set of principles and values you will not compromise. For Marcus Aurelius, it was virtue, wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. For you, it might be integrity, self-respect, or fidelity to your purpose. Take time to write down your non-negotiables. What will you defend at all costs? What lines will you not cross? This list becomes the blueprint for your fortress. When chaos erupts outside, criticism, pressure, temptation, you retreat inside these walls. You ask, does this action defend my citadel? If it does not, you let it pass. Seneca often spoke of living in accordance with your own nature. He asked, what is the law of living? To live in harmony with yourself. This harmony is impossible if you are constantly changing your values to fit the moment or please others. Your citadel is your constant. It is the unshakable ground you stand on. Every decision, big or small, should be filtered through this lens. Before saying yes, before reacting, check, does this align with my inner citadel? This practice turns abstract values into daily armor. It makes your behavior consistent and your character solid. People will know what you stand for because you will not be swayed. Build this and you build an unassailable peace. We're halfway through building an unshakable mind. If you're finding this journey resonating with you, please consider subscribing to the channel for more. Sharing these ideas helps create a community focused on real growth, not just noise. Number 5, cultivate morning and evening rituals. Your days are won or lost in the first and last hours. The Stoics were meticulous about their routines. They used these quiet times to set their intentions and review their actions. You must do the same. This is not about productivity hacks, it is about sovereignty over your mind. Your morning ritual is for preparation. Before the world intrudes, spend quiet moments with your thoughts. Read a passage from Marcus Aurelius or Seneca. Remind yourself of the Stoic dichotomy. Some things are up to you, most are not. Decide what you will focus on today, the things you can control. Visualize the challenges you might face and see yourself handling them with composure. Your evening ritual is for reflection. Seneca advised, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said. Do this honestly. Where did I succeed in living by my principles? Where did I get caught in noise or reaction? No self-flagellation, just clear-eyed assessment. This is how you improve." These bookends to your day create a container of discipline. They are the daily maintenance of your inner fortress. Without them, you are at the mercy of every input and emotion. With them, you steer your ship. Start small. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. Be consistent. The compound effect over months will be a mind that is centered and resilient, regardless of the storms outside. In the age of agendas and addictions, silent meditation is your rebellion. It quells the noise around you and amplifies the signal within. Shift 5. Filter external inputs. You are what you consume, not just in food, but in information and conversation. The modern world is a fire hose of opinions, news, and other people's dramas. Most of it is irrelevant to your peace and purpose. To build your fortress, you must become a ruthless gatekeeper. Seneca warned about the crowd. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Apply this to everything you let into your mind. Unfollow accounts that stir anger or envy. Limit news consumption to what is essential for your life, not what fuels anxiety. Be deliberate about the conversations you engage in. Does this topic serve my growth? If not, politely disengage. Marcus Aurelius began his meditations with a list of virtues he learned from others. He was selective about his influences. You must be the same. Curate your mental environment as carefully as you would your home. Your mind is a sacred space. Do not let just anyone or any idea have a key. This habit creates immense clarity. When you stop filling your head with other people's narratives, you start to hear your own thoughts. You gain the space to think deeply, to plan, and to create. Your energy is no longer scattered. It is focused on your own life, your own goals. This is how you move from being a spectator to being the author of your days. As we enter the final stages of fortifying your mind, your engagement makes a difference. If you're finding this guide practical, please like and share this video. It allows me to create more content for those committed to the silent, steadfast path. Shift 7. Focus solely on what you control. This is the cornerstone of Stoic practice, and it is the most liberating habit you will ever adopt. Draw a mental circle. Inside it, put only your own thoughts, judgments, choices, and actions. Outside it, put everything else. Other people's opinions, past events, future outcomes, the weather, the economy. Your mission is to invest all your effort inside the circle and meet the outside with calm acceptance. Epictetus, who knew the ultimate lack of control as a slave, said it best. Some things are up to us and some things are not. Your opinion is up to you. Your pursuit is up to you. Your reaction is up to you. Whether you succeed by the world's standards, that is not entirely up to you. Release it. When you catch yourself worrying or complaining, ask, is this within my control? If it is, take action. If it is not, practice acceptance. This is not giving up. It is choosing to spend your finite energy where it can actually make a difference. You will stop fighting ghosts and start building real things. Marcus Aurelius ruled the known world, yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Every time you feel overwhelmed, return to this. Audit your concerns, sort them into the two categories, let go of what is outside your circle. This single habit, practiced daily, will cut away 90% of your stress and free you to act with power and precision. Shift 8. Transform obstacles into fuel. The world will throw barriers in your path. The Stoics sees these not as setbacks but as essential material for training. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the mindset shift that turns victims into architects. When you face a problem, a delay, or even a failure, your first internal response must be, "How can I use this?" A difficult person teaches you patience. A lost opportunity teaches you detachment. A mistake teaches you a lesson you needed to learn. This reframing is an active process. It takes the event out of the category of bad fortune and places it in the category of training exercise. Seneca faced exile, which would break most men. He wrote, "A man thus grounded must, whether he wills or not, necessarily be attended by constant cheerfulness and a joy that is deep and issues from deep within." His peace came from using exile as a time for study and writing. He transformed his exile into his legacy. Practice this today. Identify one current frustration. Now, brainstorm 3 ways this situation is strengthening you or showing you a better path. Write them down. This simple act changes your relationship with difficulty. You stop seeing life as something that happens to you and start seeing it as the raw material you work with. Your inner fortress grows stronger not in spite of the storms, but because of them. Shift 9. Live in day-tight compartments. Anxiety is almost always about a future you cannot control. Regret is anchored in a past you cannot change. The Stoic remedy is to narrow your focus to the present day or even the present hour. You cannot build a fortress tomorrow. You can only lay the next brick today. Seneca observed, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." Do not let the vastness of the year overwhelm you. Break it down. What is the one thing you can do today to strengthen your mind or move your life forward? Do that. And then, when tomorrow comes, do it again. Marcus Aurelius advised himself to confine yourself to the present. When you wake up, set your intentions for the day. When you work, be fully in that work. When you rest, truly rest. Do not drag yesterday's failures into today or today's worries into tonight. At the end of each day, as part of your evening reflection, close the compartment. It is done. You have done what you could. This habit builds momentum and preserves peace. It makes the task of building an inner fortress manageable. You are not tasked with being invincible for all of 2026. You are only tasked with being disciplined and focused for this one day. String enough of those days together and you will look up to find an impenetrable stronghold around your mind, built one day, one brick at a time. The final habit, regular self-examination. A fortress requires constant maintenance. Your mind is no different. This is the habit of stepping back in total honesty and assessing your progress. Are your walls holding? Are you leaking energy through old patterns? The Stoics did this daily. You should too. Set a weekly appointment with yourself. Ask the hard questions inspired by Seneca and Marcus. Did I guard my speech or did I gossip? Did I focus on what I control or did I worry about the uncontrollable? Did I meet obstacles with resilience or with complaint? Where did I betray my inner citadel? Judge yourself without mercy, but without cruelty. See the gap between your aspirations and your actions clearly. That gap is your map for improvement. This is not about achieving perfection. It is about pursuing progress. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Self-examination closes the loop. It turns philosophy into behavior. It ensures you are not just collecting ideas, but living them. This final habit ties all the others together. It is the system that ensures your fortress doesn't crumble from neglect. It keeps you honest, humble, and on course.
In the silence of this self-audit, you will find your true strength and your clear direction for the days ahead. Your practical takeaway: the fortified life. Building your inner fortress is the work of a lifetime, but it begins with a single, silent choice today. This is not about becoming hard or detached from the world. It is about becoming so strong and centered within yourself that you can engage with the world on your terms, from a place of unshakable peace. Your task now is simple. Don't try to master all these habits at once. That is noise. Choose one, just one. Perhaps it's guarding your speech for the next week, or embracing one small discomfort each day. Commit to it fully for the next 30 days. Let it become a part of you. Then choose another. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Dedicate your thoughts to what you control, to virtue, to silence, and to action. Your life will reflect that dye. This is your path. Walk it quietly, steadfastly, and alone if you must. The fortress you build will house a life of focus, resilience, and profound calm. That is the Stoic promise.